Hey guys, welcome to David vs. Film. I am David, yo soy David, and tonight I'm going head to head with some awesome Graham Norton Show clips. A big hey, hi, and hello to all of you, but to returning viewers, and especially returning subscribers, what's up? I am so happy to be revisiting the Graham Norton Show. As you may or may not know, in between series of Taskmaster, I kind of got into the unofficial habit of watching some of these compilation videos, specifically the Try Not to Laugh series that his show puts out, and they have been so awesome. So even though I know that in between Series 5 and Series 6 of Taskmaster, which is where I am right now on YouTube, normally I would watch the Champion of Champions, which is coming up. I'm telling you right now, I've already seen it. It's amazing. Can't wait to share it with you. But I wanted to stick with this quasi-tradition, as I was saying, of watching Graham Norton. And I will tell you, I think you came on a good night, because the two compilation videos I picked are both titled something like UK versus the US and like the UK confusing Americans for 10 minutes straight, which sound completely up my alley because that basically sounds like the baptism by fire that I've had watching a lot of British television, I'm not going to lie, and some of the films as well. Specifically watching Dairy Girls and the thick Irish accents. If it weren't for the subtitles, oh, holy Lord, I'd be lost for 30 minutes. And I'm so grateful because it's a really awesome show. So I'm going to jump into this. I will tell you guys quickly, if you'd like to see other things that I watch on the channel, movies, shows, full reactions, all that good stuff, early access to videos like these, you can find that over my Patreon, patreon.com/davidvsfilm. There's also access to my Discord server over there where we talk about this show and other things on the channel, polls to help me figure out other movies and shows to watch, plus much more. So please check that out if you would like. I always appreciate you watching here on YouTube. Please consider subscribing. Be sure to check the notification bell if you do so that you know when I upload new videos. A like is always appreciated and free to use, so thanks in advance for that. And last but not least, if we're not friends on Instagram, let's be friends. I'll leave a link to my Instagram down below. Plus, be sure to leave those amazing comments like you guys always do. It's how I get to know you better, learn more about the show, and all of these fine UK actors and actresses that are part of it. But for now, boys and girls, let us jump into the world of Graham Norton for a brief few minutes and have a lot of fun.
John, you got to spend time here.
Absolutely, yeah.
Now, is it correct? Do we need to apologise? Were we not that welcoming to you?
No. No, most people are so welcoming.
But
I love them, by the way.
Not so much. I'm sure customs is a pain for everybody, right? It's a little bit of like, I got somewhere to be. No, you guys love it? Perfect.
They live here. It's quite easy to get in. You just walk through.
I'm in the line of 1800 waiting. No, I went up to, when she was shooting, I was shooting something in Montreal, so I flew back to see the kids and my wife. I remember going through customs, everything was fine, and then 1 week, just got unlucky, and there was a guy about my age, seemed a bit grumpy, and he said, let me see, and he said, yeah, he said, you an actor? And I said, yeah. He goes, what do I know you from? And I said, I don't know if you'd know. I mean, we did the American
Office
version of your British Office. Strike one.
Yeah.
Oh. I love that show. The UK version. I was like, I get it. And then he said, who are you visiting? I said, my wife. And he said, is she an actress? And I said, yeah. He said, would I know her? I said, I don't know. And he said, what's her name? And I said, Emily Blunt, as he was writing something. And he went, you?
Right.
You.
I feel like that does kind of happen a couple times with him, right?
Stamped my passport with a fury.
John, also, I did encourage him that he would be welcome more if he stopped wearing a baseball cap, because I just said, you look so American. Nobody wears baseball caps.
Oh, that makes it better.
Oh.
You look so American.
Is that a thing that y'all... Okay, now let me tell you right now. I'm going to quickly... If you've ever watched my reaction to these things, you know I cut in. I try to keep it limited, but I can't help myself. And I will say quickly, I didn't know that was a thing. I mean, obviously, baseball hats. I didn't know... Come to think of it, though, I don't see a lot of Brits wearing baseball hats. Didn't know.
No, I just wanted you to blend in a bit.
That's just called prejudice, is what...
But he went out and bought himself a tweed flat cap. No, he looked awesome.
Was that good?
No, he looked like something out of a Guy Ritchie film. You look great. And he walked down the street, and it was like the sun came out, because suddenly a guy turned to him and he went, all right?
What does that say
about your country. That's like, well, if you lose the baseball hat, get
Just
a flat
wear
cap.
tweed. That's what it says.
Tweed.
It's that simple, then.
And was it nice? Because presumably having your children spending time here was
Yes,
quite nice.
yes.
Because are they American children?
You said it kind of sneeringly. Like,
Halfsies, right?
Weirder.
Yeah. Put your cap on, you'll be fine.
yeah, exactly.
You like dry heaved. You were like, are they American?
Have you given birth to?
Oh, God.
It's worse. It's worse than the film. And then an American came out of her.
I mean, they are semi-American.
Right.
They did become quite... well, my oldest daughter became quite British-sounding over the course of the year that I was here for Mary Poppins. And she was sort of saying things like bath and water. And now she's back to water.
You have now learned how to do the voices from Towie.
Yeah, sort of, yeah. Well,
Oh, Lord. You never know what's going to come out of his
we
mouth.
love that garbage TV back in the States. My wife was crazy about it, and when I was here filming Guardians, we shot Guardians of the Galaxy here in London, and my wife, Anna, came out to visit, and she fell in love with this show, Towie, The Only Way is Essex. It's this show that's like basically their Jersey Shore. It's the Jersey Shore from here. It's like this town somewhere.
That's Sofa.
Essex, I guess. And
As always. Incredible talent.
They're just like the worst. And it was like, I'm a parrot a little bit, and so when I hear it all the time, I just started picking it up and started like I could pick up their accent and do their accent a little bit. Yeah, I'm okay. This is really embarrassing to do in front of a whole room full of Brits here, but I'll try it anyways. So it's like, honestly, I saw this guy. Honestly, did Michael cheat on me when he was in a beefer, and I was like, because he was telling me, he's like, I miss you or whatever, and I'm like, you miss me? Want your mother?
That's pretty good.
That's the only accent I can do.
That will never be useful. Never be useful. But that's very good.
Now I want to watch the show.
It's good. I love the fact that you spent months in England and that's what you talk about.
Yeah, right.
Tom.
So, yeah, and I will tell you real quick on this, that kind of reminded me of what I really cut my teeth on pre-channel, which was Little Britain. And now I know that, like, it's kind of even hard to find the episodes of Little Britain from what I discovered. But there was a character, I think, called Vicky that Matt Lucas does. And it reminded me kind of what Chris Pratt was just doing, because I loved Vicky.
Do you want to start?
In England and that's what you talk about.
So, Tom, do you want to start? You do one question.
One to him.
Oh,
And we'll
Lord.
back. And we'll have a little...
I
I don't think I am. I don't
I haven't seen any of this
If they
episode.
don't know the answers, I'll
Yes.
throw to you.
Sure, no one.
Okay?
Don't ask me anything.
Question number one.
Not
What
recognize
did
her.
Captain Kirk call Mr. Spock in the spores infection episode that forced him to blow his top and put his fist through the Enterprise console as he was trying to beat his captain to a pulp?
Oh, was it something like it's something half-breed, right? Is it
So close.
worthless half-breed?
That was the first part. Then he called him Jojo the dog-faced boy.
No.
You remember
What?
that? I'll be in the cage right next to Jojo the dog-faced boy. As one, ah! Perfect little indentation of his fist. All right.
Kind of what in JJ's film they do that when they get
When they
Spock
get
so
mad, yeah, they
roiled
get
up.
him
'Cause
riled
when he
up,
gets
yeah.
angry.
Right,
he's-
Nicole?
Right?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah,
You knew that. By the way, you knew that.
Spock was the ear guy.
Okay, here we go. Next question.
Okay. Harry Mudd returned in a sequel to his first season episode, Mudd's Women. What was that episode called?
I am Harry Mudd.
Wow.
That was a season 3 Mudd Sisters, so he probably came back again. Mudd would have been his second appearance, so technically...
Are we giving Tom a point?
Oh, yeah,
I'm
Tom.
Mudd.
A point! We have a point!
He was so confident, though, I believed him.
My bad.
And I don't know Star Trek, so I couldn't dispute it.
I could have gone on the internet and picked them up.
What are you doing afterwards?
the rest of their lives.
Nicole, would you go get us a couple of gin and tonic?
This lady came up
Tom
to us.
Hanks
We're at
is
a
so
BBC
much
bar.
fun.
She came up to the two. We were chatting, sharing our wine, straws, and she went, "I do disability at the BBC, whatever that means."
Greg Davis.
And then she looked at him, and what did she say to you?
Well, she said that I qualify. And it was a height thing, not the...
So I will pause just for a second because I've seen clips from this episode, but this episode is one of those episodes that keeps on giving because as much as I've seen multiple clips from this, every time is something new. Like, I don't know where this is going. I don't remember this, but I just remember that, what's his name? Ryan Gosling gets so tickled at the things that Greg says. And it just, I mean, I would too, right? I would too.
Do you know what, Graham? Since we had that meeting when the lady told me that I was technically, as far as the BBC is concerned, disabled, I've had a member of a council I won't know where tell me that I could get a parking badge.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, go for it.
The rest of the couch is so jealous right now. Parking badge.
Thanks, Ryan. I won't forget the day that Ryan Gosling high-fived me.
For real, right?
Officially disabled.
He is the best. Oh my God! And more Taskmaster with Josh Whitcomb, little Joshy.
I don't get it really. Well, no, I wish I could, but I can't believe that it would. It's very unlikely to happen, isn't it? I watch the Avengers. I go, wow, never gonna happen.
Can I say, this is rich coming from you. Because didn't you...
What's up with his couch, by the way? I mean, he said it himself, the Avengers, and then Josh Whitcomb. But I gotta admit, if I was picking and choosing who I had to watch on this couch, it'd be Joshy. Because if you've seen my reactions to Taskmaster, and you should if you haven't, because I took to that show like a duck to water. Just thought it was so great. And of course, Josh was in the first series, and he just, I mean, I love him so much. He's a great, great, great guy.
Didn't you write for a children's comic?
I did, yeah.
Suddenly, Avengers? Yeah. No, I don't think so.
All right, Graham, which is more realistic, the Avengers or Dora the Explorer?
Because that's what he wrote, Dora the Explorer.
Yeah.
Really?
I used to write for Dora the Explorer magazine, yeah. Don't want to
what?
brag, but...
Or as Josh would say, what?
I've got a copy.
Mark Ruffalo said that's great. He's an actor and he couldn't deliver that line, sincerely.
That was incredibly
Lizzie will tell
sincere.
you, that was sincerity.
Now, we've got an issue of the magazine that Josh contributed to.
No, it won't.
Contributed to? I wrote the whole thing, mate.
Oh.
You wrote this whole magazine. Can I say, now
it's only 6 pages long.
But still, the talent doesn't stop.
Okay. There's a nice poem in it.
I wrote the poem, yeah.
Yeah, Silly Steps.
It's about how to do a funny dance.
Yes.
And can I just say before you read it out, this isn't my finest work.
This issue?
This issue? This job, really.
So, stretch and pull your mouth and wide to make a silly grin. Squid your face between your hands, go on, squish it in, rhymes. Now, this is the bit where I think Dora, really would Dora sing this? Stick your bottom out behind you and wiggle it to and fro.
Could I just say, this was a different time.
Hey, kids would like that, though, I feel like.
Now, make your favourite silly face and do the silliest dance you know.
Yeah, I think it rhymes, it scans.
It's lovely.
It works.
And you know what else it was? A job.
That's right, a paying gig.
It's for kids, though. No, it played big in the 20 to 30-year-old.
I've seen you do a thing.
You know what, though? Kids love that kind of stuff with a shake your bottom. Like, kids, you know how kids are. Anything with butt, fart, anything that, like, they think is, you know, really risque, I think is hilarious. It's my experience. I know my nieces and nephews are like that.
Like
20 to 30-year-old.
I've seen you do a thing, and like you're in a suit, but can you do it? The deadlift thing.
Yeah, hold on. It's easy. Space. Come here.
Is that
No,
Cena?
No.
Oh. Snuck right up on him, didn't he?
Fairly easy. Oh, no. Don't now slam me on my back.
Yes. So the takeoff's easy.
No, I'm so holding on to you.
My goodness.
No.
So we're going to set you down gently.
Yeah, thank you. I'm
Graham been telling this story for years.
And a good sport.
I would.
And a very good sport. But let me tell you something. December 26th in the Madison Square Garden won't be so gentle. They can't see me.
Wow.
So Emma Stone had to finger me.
Oh my God. All right. Just for a second. I can't not stop right now. Let me tell you something. If you are new to the channel, welcome first. Second, and a very close second, I love Olivia Colman. She is my ride or die forever. She has no idea who I am. And I, that's a problem because I think she's amazing. I don't know what it is. It was instant love when I saw her, and I have just been a fan of hers ever since. So to this day, when I see her pop up, it is just like an unexpected surprise that I just get so much happiness from. So I'm going to take a little sip of drink, get ready to watch my OC girl here.
In order to sort of avoid finding anything that you shouldn't have found. Because
She's just so down to earth.
Like that. And she said, I'm a little bit worried about it. Don't worry. I know. So I asked makeup department if they had a sponge. And so I put a sponge there.
Oh, I have heard this part, yeah. I have heard this clip.
It was a big wet sponge. So
You made up this story afterwards.
No. Her face was a picture. She was going up my leg and she went... It's a sponge, it's a sponge.
So, oh, look at you, Arya.
Ilan Payne, The Mountain, Beric Dondarrion, Thoris of Myr, The Red Woman, Tom Hanks, Anthony Joshua, Graham Norton.
Graham Norton. Wow, Maisie Williams. What a great one to end on for this montage. Oh my God. Okay, so just real quick comment, then we'll head on to the next one. But yeah, I love the OC, love Olivia Colman. She's so wonderful. Cannot say enough great things about her. Maisie Williams, one thing that struck me about her when we were doing our Game of Thrones reactions, and we got amazing comments, as always. And I'm not joking around when I say I learned about you guys and about the shows and the movies, because you're so great about being like, hey, David, this is so-and-so. Neat things about me, and then some awesome comment about the show. And one thing I learned was that Maisie Williams is right-handed, but she learned to, fence and everything left-handed, or vice versa. Whatever was her natural handedness, she reversed for the role. And I'm like, see, that kind of dedication to the job goes beyond what I bring to my job, and it just is so impressive. But yeah, do you see though how good these clips are? And God bless the people that put these compilations together, because it really is spoiling me on the shows, because I don't even know where I can find the shows, to be honest with you. I signed up for BritBox, and I don't think I could find a lot of the old seasons, or maybe I found a few of them. I can't remember now. It's been a minute. But yeah, I'm so grateful to these. Okay, so let me pull up the next one now as I verbally stall while I have you here. And that one was the UK versus the US. I think we saw who won. And then now we're going to have Brits confusing Americans for 10 minutes straight.
Can you understand?
So let me get this queued up, and we'll get going right now.
Can you understand anything
Not
Kevin
much.
said? No.
Oh, God, lovely Tommy.
I got something
Grace
about
and Frankie.
balls at the end. Is that what he said?
Yeah, he said balls. Yeah, he did say balls. No, can you seriously not understand?
Not very much. I was going to kind of question him as he was going along, but...
I actually tried a show in America. I done one gig. A guy complimented me, approached me after the set.
I got that
and he
part.
goes, man, are you actually Scottish? And, and I said, yes. And he goes, man, your English is pretty good.
Okay, I'm better than that.
Do you know what cricket is?
Oh, Lord.
It's like,
She's off the block, guys.
The one with the things on the floor and you put them with the balls.
No, that's croquet. We don't have an international croquet star.
Right. I don't know.
We could have.
You cancelled.
Yeah. No. No. Cricket. It's like you know, because in Jenny on the Block, you were playing. Now, what's that? Is
Yeah,
that,
there you go, Jenny on the Block.
Baseball.
That was
softball.
stickball.
Stickball. Yeah, stickball.
That's a bit like cricket, isn't it?
It's hard to it's
not
hard
like
to explain.
baseball.
It's probably the closest sport in America is baseball, but cricket, it lasts 5 days. We break every now and then for food, and we spend a lot of time rubbing our balls on our trousers.
He's not even joking.
J-Lo's like, what? Girl,
It's like
don't play
baseball.
coy.
I've never seen a cricket match, so I don't know.
I think just because there's a ball and you try and hit it, I think that's
Okay,
the only
got it.
With a
similarity.
stick. You hit it with a stick.
And you run bases as well?
You run in between wickets on a pitch. In between,
Yeah, all this is foreign to me.
Yeah.
Like basketball.
yeah, and there's
Yeah, it's like a cross between the two. Jessica Chastain.
And I, you know, honestly, this is where it's a double whammy for me because I don't know sports very well and I don't know British sports pretty much at all. I would have known the difference between cricket and croquet, but not much beyond that.
Do you follow? It's like a cross between the two. Jessica Chastain. Do you follow the soccer? It was an outside chance. Do you follow?
Not really.
No.
No, and I know you guys call it football here.
We do.
I know that.
I knew that
much.
too.
Well, that's a good start. That is a good
Really?
start. Yeah. Yeah. Do you know who David Beckham is?
Yes, because of his underwear ads.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Chastain and I are on the same page. Here we go. Yep.
I think
We know
you
football,
found
we know
the
underwear
right
ads.
crowd. I'm going to move this out of shot because we can't really see you behind it. So I'll just put that down. Oh, put that down there
It's a
safely.
trophy of some sort.
No.
Or a hookah.
Back
That's
off.
a trophy.
No, seriously, we've got abseiling in to protect it. Now, the FA Cup, for the uninitiated, hello, what makes it such a kind of special thing?
Well, it's certainly for my generation, and perhaps a bit younger. Nowadays, there's lots of football on TV. There's games all the time. But when we grew up, when we grew up, the only game
I don't recognize these guys.
The FA Cup final in particular. You get Match of the Day that's been going forever, but the actual live games, the FA Cup final, you wake up Saturday morning, Graham, wouldn't you, and watch all the build-up, and it's every young lad that likes football.
And there are some.
Quite a few. Sort of dreamt about playing the FA Cup final, being part of it, and I think that's what it is. It's a really traditional event that was known right throughout the world. There are other circuses in town.
But also it does this thing of because what it does is, this is the only thing I do know about it, is that it throws up these weird things where tiny clubs will suddenly be with a major club, sort of David and Goliath.
That's right. The wonderful thing about the competition is everyone can enter, all the small teams, and it starts in something like August, and then gradually they go through tiny clubs, and then you can meet a decent non-league side, then you can play against a professional club, and if you get all the way through to the third round, you could conceivably draw one of the giant teams, sort of the Uniteds, the Liverpools, etc., etc.
And now, Match of the Day, obviously, it's going on right the way through now because it's got these FA Cup specials.
I can't believe I've just had to explain what the FA Cup does.
Did you know? You didn't know, did you? You've no idea.
No idea.
No
Nope.
idea.
So all I know about it is Ted Lasso. From watching Ted Lasso, that got me more interested in football. And I'm going to be real honest with you guys. This is some real truth, I'll tell you right now. I have no idea what he just said. I probably zoned out about 2 sentences in. However, it is so pleasing to the ear because I don't know this gentleman and I don't know what he's talking about really, but he presents it so well and says it so smoothly that it's still just like, it's like butter.
You guys, you've no idea. Now, did you guys all chat backstage?
Of course.
We did.
And now, were you okay with Jodie's
this crew?
I love the accent.
But could you understand it?
Yeah, can you understand it?
No, I didn't understand. I didn't understand one word that we said.
You laughed 3 times.
Yeah. Well, that's a sign of discomfort.
It's because of politeness, but yeah.
Jodie went to America. And Jodie was on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert. And we had a lovely time, chatted away. Stephen asked you the question, you answered them. The person who does the subtitles, I feel, wasn't really following the show. This is what they wrote.
Huddersfield?
No, there's nowhere called Huddersfield.
It's a real place.
Where are you from?
Huddersfield.
Pretty close. The uncomfortable laughing.
Beautiful.
I know.
Someone went to drama school.
Classically trained.
Because you worked with Jessica a lot. Have you taught her any Scottish?
Okay, so before we move on, I will say quickly about Jodie. I know her from Black Mirror. Back when it was really good Black Mirror, when it belonged to you guys there in the UK. And it probably still does. I don't know how that works exactly with Netflix and the Alliance and all that kind of stuff. But I mean, back in the day when it was like, you know, old school Black Mirror, one of the best episodes, I believe it was The Entire History of You that she was in. So good. And then I also saw her in Broadchurch, which I watched way before Channel, because of Olivia Colman. And then I know she's a Doctor Who, and I have not seen Doctor Who. I've seen a couple of episodes randomly after alcohol-fueled evenings, and then friends of mine of the show will say, you have to watch Doctor Who. And then we watch it, and it's like, okay, this is really great, but I need to like start from the beginning, and it feels like a lot to take in. But anyway, long story short, too late kind of thing. That's what I know her from, and I think she's delightful, and I really like her as an actress.
Phrases.
Chastain's back.
Because you worked with Jessica a lot. Have you taught her any Scottish phrases or?
I don't think I've taught her too much, but I remember sitting here on this couch a wee while ago with I was about to say Dame Meryl Streep, but she's not a dame.
No, she should be. You're right.
She's American. Yeah, American dame called Meryl Streep, and I tried a Scottish phrase on her to see if she could understand what I was saying. So I'll try it on you.
Okay.
Oh yes.
All right. This place is pure hoaching me ball bags.
It's hoaching your ball banks?
This place is pure hoaching me.
Is that where Jodie's from?
This place is pure hoaching me ball banks.
Yeah, but what does it mean?
It means that this place
No clue.
is making your balls feel
It's good.
protected.
Keep carrying that.
Like
It
in a
means
bank.
This place is full of idiots or idiots.
Oh, yeah. Kinda.
Very nice to say.
You said it to Meryl Streep.
Yeah.
Sure. Jamie Cameron, can you understand all of this in terms of the East End vibe?
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Complicated, man.
What the hell is he wearing on his head?
I'm just watching EastEnders.
It's the most surreal panel in the world.
But now we just thought, if could our American stars, you know, do a Cockney accent? Yeah. So these are Cockney expressions, East End expressions, but written phonetically. Okay. So you'll get it as we go along. So, Jamie, if you want to read, they're on the screen.
I'm ready.
So if you read this phonetically, you should sound like an Eastender. If you get them, they're good. Okay. This is very good, Jamie.
The panda.
Try this one, Jamie.
You got this.
That's Cockney, right? Like when it's like, go down there, something like that, right?
He's in the house. It's got to be got that.
Just try this one. Try this one, Jamie.
Is there any Cockneys in the house? It's got to be got that.
Yeah.
Can you use it in a sentence?
What?
Yeah, you could. So, but try.
Just say that.
Quarter panda.
There you go. See.
Quarter panda.
Quarter panda.
Quarter panda.
Oh, quarter panda.
Quarter panda with fries. That's what you'd have it with. You know what I mean?
Quarter panda with. Okay.
Quarter panda.
Quarter panda with.
Oh.
Quarter pounder with fries.
Quarter pounder. Royale with cheese.
It's like you live in the East End. It's like you're in Walford. Okay, this is another good one. This is another good one. Try this one, Cameron.
How much is it? How much? Oh, how much is it?
It's about £10.
How much is it?
How much is it?
How much is it?
How much is it?
How much is it? Basically, that's the same thing we say in Long Beach. How much is it?
One last one for Usher. What have you got for Usher?
It's a cockle. That's how much it is.
Oh, this.
Oh, do you know what I mean? I got that one right away. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean?
Go on.
Gentlemen.
do it one more time. One more time.
Gentlemen.
Do you know what I mean?
You're saying gentlemen.
Gentlemen.
Yeah. Very good.
Do you know what I mean? I like
Into a
that.
hotel, and somebody came out.
Oh, she's
and
another
said,
wild
"Oh,
card.
you need
You never
help
know what
with
she's
your
gonna say.
bags." And I thought they were doing a bit. So I went, "Oh, I've been traveling all day. I have no idea." And then they kept talking like that. So I had to like slowly transition out of it. And I know that that sounds like an exaggeration of their voice, but then I was back in the country several years later, and they were on TV on Gogglebox because it was Steph and Dom from Gogglebox.
Is that
amazing? So they actually talk like that.
That is hilarious. I never knew that was a real hotel bed and breakfast thing.
Yeah.
You stayed there.
I stayed there.
Yeah.
And accidentally made fun of them to their face.
Have I seen pictures of you at football matches? No. Have you been to a cricket match?
No.
No. It's a very long game. Yeah. It takes days.
It's impossible to explain to Americans that you can have...
Oh, Lord Jesus. Okay, hang on a minute. I got to take a break just for a second because I don't remember if we watched it here on the channel, but we must have because it's the only time I ever watched Graham Norton, honestly. But, like, especially in these clips, there was a section of this or a part of this where John Cleese is describing his mother and conversations with her, and he says something, and I'll butcher it, and I won't do it justice, of course, but he says something along the lines of, in her lifetime, she managed to live through the invention of the television, walking on the moon, you know, like all these big events, 2 world wars, and somehow never noticed any of it. And I just thought about my own grandmother. I'm like, that is so true. But of course, the way he says it is just hilarious because it's, John Cleese, so.
International.
It takes days.
To share that.
To explain to Americans
Since we're friends.
that you can have an international match where England are playing India or Australia, and it goes on for 5 days, and after the end of the 5th day, it can still be a draw.
I know what cricket is. I know it's like relatively violent and.
That's rugby, right?
And like there was this episode of Friends where Ross is dating an English girl, and her friends, her mates.
This happened.
Her mates get into a cricket match, and he tries to play, and he just like breaks all the bones in his body. It's wild.
I think wasn't that rugby?
Rugby, yeah. I was like, cricket's not that rough, is it? There you go. Stick to the tunes, Taylor. Oh my God. So once again, let me say the same thing I say after every single one of these compilations, which is they are way too short. You don't even notice the time is going by. And I'm sad because there was no Judi Dench. I love Dame Judi Dench. And I feel for my girl Judy right now because so many of her friends, Dame Maggie Smith, Dame Joan Plowright, both passed away pretty close to one another, if I'm not mistaken, not too long ago. So now it's just Dame Judy and the other dame, who I can't remember her name, but I know her from The Crown and loved her in The Crown. So it's just the two of them. It's so sad because I did watch that show. They did the documentary or whatever, like An Afternoon with the Dames or something, Nothing Like a Dame, something like that. It was so good because they're just so witty and they're so much fun, you know. But anyway, yeah. Speaking of fun, love this. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate you guys humoring me with this because I know so many of you've seen these shows already. You've seen these clips, but for me, the experience, I would say, and I don't know if you're like this as well, when I've seen certain clips pop up, and I have to say, I'm actually really impressed because usually there's 2 or 3 I've already seen. I don't remember, I think there was just maybe one in these 2 compilations that I had already seen from others, you know, like Try Not to Laugh or something like that. But it never gets old. It never gets old. And I wore this specific shirt because it is appropriate for the show. And I do think, and several of you have agreed with me in this, or I've agreed with you because it's been your original thought, that so much of the fun from Graham Norton comes from the just unbridled drinking. And this show is just something else. And I really enjoyed these particular compilations because of the UK versus the US. And I have to say major props to all of you in the UK who've been so patient with me and who've explained things to me because you have no idea how much that has enhanced the experience of watching the movies and shows that I've seen and that Mark has seen with me when he does reactions with me on British and UK movies and shows. So good. So anyway, in that spirit, perfect time to say thank you so much for joining me and going down this journey once again today. Again, I would certainly appreciate a subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. We got Taskmaster, Champion of Champions coming up, which is so much fun. And then we got Series 6 of that in the queue. We'll start doing Last of Us coming up pretty soon as well. So yeah, please, again, subscribe so you can catch those videos. Be sure to check the notification bell. A like is always appreciated. If you found value in this video, all those things are free to you and they help me out. So thank you in advance for all that. But more than anything, I certainly appreciate your time, and I am just so grateful that you spent some of it with me today. I hope you have a great rest of the day / night wherever you are, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.
I love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no, I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble.